and welcome to this episode of Animal Tails TV. I'm Julie Bank, the Superintendent of Animal Welfare for the City of Oklahoma City, and with me is my co-host, Corvus. Corvus is one of the amazing animals that we have available for adoption right now at the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter. Corvus is 1 year old. He's a min-pin mix and available for adoption today, so you could check our website to see if he's right for your family. Today's show is going to be full of really important information. We're going to start by talking about wellness and the importance of vaccinating and microchipping and providing a veterinary exam for your pet. We're then going to go into how you can help during the holidays. There's so many amazing ways that you can make a difference in your community, and we're going to talk a lot about so many different things that you can consider. And then finally, we are going to give you our wellness tip, which is going to be all about keeping your pets safe for the holiday season. We have so much in store for you for this show, but right now we'd like to show you some happy success stories of animals that have been adopted from Oklahoma City Animal Welfare. You can send us stories and pictures to awinfo@okc.gov, and we'll make sure to put them on an episode of Animal Tails TV. But now we're going to talk about how to keep your animals safe. And with me are Dr. Kelly Cooper and Eric McCune, and we are talking about wellness on pets. Before we do that, though, we need to know who you have.
Well, Julie, I am holding Riff Raff, and Riff Raff is a beautiful 6-month-old little kitty that was brought into the shelter as a stray, and he is ready for a new home.
And you can't hear it, but he is purring like crazy. He's very happy to be on your lap.
He is.
Well, thank you both very much for being here. And I just want to start off by hearing a little bit about your organization and what we're doing to kind of bring all of us together today. So I'm going to start with you, Dr. Cooper.
Yes, I am with Banfield Pet Hospital, and we are the largest veterinary hospital in the world in multiple locations in PetSmart. And we, this time of year, we like to volunteer and really give back to the community. So we're focusing on just helping and partnering with you and with the Bella Foundation for this pet health fair.
That's awesome. The world. That's like a big statement to say you're the biggest in the world.
It is, yes.
Terrific, terrific. And Eric?
Well, I am founder and current board chairman of the Bella Foundation, SPCA, and we are a local group, nonprofit, that provides financial assistance for people who can't afford veterinary care. And we also have a very active pet adoption program.
And you guys take a lot of animals from our facility to your facility, so we thank you for your partnership and for all that you do to help save the lives of homeless animals in Oklahoma City.
You're welcome. It's a great partnership.
So we are talking about partnership today, and we all are interested in keeping animals healthy. So I wanted to start off by, what does wellness mean for a pet, and what can we do as pet owners to consider keeping our animals healthy?
You know, there's so many things that go into keeping a pet healthy. I mean, from the food choices that we make, how we keep them at home, and most importantly, the veterinary care that they receive. So they've got to be vaccinated. It's so important that pets are vaccinated so they're protected from diseases that are very common out in the world. And microchipping, very, very important as well, because pets can get away from the home and get lost, and we always want to get them back home, and so microchipping is the best way to do that. And as Riff Raff is showing here, exams are so very important. Regular exams at least once a year, because pets do age quickly, and if we can kind of get our hands on them and take a good exam, veterinarians like to be able to see what we can find as early as possible so we can help owners take care of that.
So Oklahoma City Animal Welfare takes in over 24,000 animals a year. That's a lot of animals. Many of them are unhealthy. Many of them have been in amazing shape but got lost. And we know that there's a lot of pet owners in the community that really want to do the right thing. So we are all partnering on this health fair.
Right.
So Eric, tell us about this health fair. When is it going to be? What's going to happen? What's it going to look like?
It is on Saturday, November 7th at the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter. We will have a large number of veterinary staff there, and people can bring their pets out, get low-cost vaccines, get a wellness check, actually get a consultation from a veterinarian. It's a perfect opportunity if you need veterinary care for your pet. This is a great time to come out and do it. We host a bi-monthly vaccine outreach because for us, a lot of the cases that we see where we provide financial assistance are preventable. And a $5 or $10 vaccine can prevent a $1,500 veterinary bill down the road. And so for us, this folds right into our mission. And when Banfield called us and you, it was a perfect fit.
So you said it's a perfect fit. What animals besides cats can you bring to the wellness fair?
I'm going to let Dr. Cooper answer that. Usually we just do dogs and
Yeah,
cats.
no,
but
pretty much our focus is on dogs and cats, really, because other exotic pets don't really get vaccinated quite as often. So definitely it's the dog and cat community that really needs that attention.
So we want to make sure your dog is on leash, that your cat is in a carrier,
That's
and you
correct.
should plan on getting there early. The event is from 10 to 4, am I right,
Yes.
by 10 to 4?
Yes.
And it's going to be a great day for you to get information about vaccines. You said microchips, and also we'll give out information about spay neutering as well.
Absolutely.
Terrific. So what else would you say to a pet owner to help them decide to come to an event like this, or even to just get their animals vaccinated?
Well, I would say there's nothing more important than prevention. There's so many diseases that are incredibly expensive to fix, as Eric said, and just that little bit of prevention and those regular checkups can help a pet live so much longer and just have a much healthier, happier life with their family. And pets are so important to our own health that we want them to stay with their owners for their entire lives.
And Eric, your organization is dedicated to just that, keeping pets in
Absolutely.
homes
Yep.
and making a difference. And working together for this wellness event is really going to go a long way. So let's finish by reminding people when the event is going to be.
November 7th,
November 7th.
Oklahoma City Animal Welfare, 10 to 4. And if you have a dog, cat, bring it out. And it's a great price. Yearly vaccines, rabies vaccine, Bordetella, microchip, $45. You can't beat that anywhere.
Dr. Cooper, Eric, thank you both for coming out today and talking about the wellness fair. Again, that is going to be November 7th at the Oklahoma City Animal Welfare Shelter. The address is 2811 Southeast 29th Street. It's going to be a great day for you to learn more about how to take care of your pet and to get some really critical services at a really discounted rate. Now, we're going to look at some animal welfare selfies, but what we like to call welfies.
It's harder whenever there's a bigger group. Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Down here. That dog has a thirsty look in his eye. Did you know that it's really not that hard to save water? Like here in the sink. Don't make me run too much. Could somebody shut me off? Now this is my kind of party. A full house. Let's roll. Hey, we're in a drought, which means I'm kind of a big deal. So save me. Really? Save me!
Welcome back to the show. Now earlier you learned about our wellness event coming up on November 7th. If you can't make it then we have another one coming up in January. We encourage you to join our Facebook and Twitter pages to learn more about that event and other events that we have that's happening at the shelter and in the community. Now, right now, we are going to talk about ways that you can get involved in the animal shelter during the holiday season. With me is Crystal Wise. Crystal is one of our supervisors at the shelter. Welcome, Crystal.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here.
I am happy to be here.
And before we start, we need to know who our little guy is here curled up on this chair.
Well, this cute one is Oinkers. He's a 2-year-old pit bull. He is available for adoption at the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter. One of dozens and dozens of dogs that need a home, hopefully before the holidays.
Now he has these beautiful leaves on him.
Yeah, that's because once you meet him, you won't be able to leave him alone.
Ba-ba-ba. Well, he is beautiful, and he is just one of, as you said, one of the many animals that you can help at the animal shelter. So talk to me a little bit about how people can get involved during the holiday season.
There's lots of ways. The first way is adopt an animal. It's not necessarily that you need an animal, it's that the animal needs you. So, consider opening your home to one more. If you can't do that, or even if you can do that, you can also come into the shelter and volunteer. We do accept volunteers of all ages. We have a very well-rounded volunteer program. You can donate. There's just so many ways that you could help out the animals that need a home.
So you started talking about becoming a volunteer, and you talked about that it's for all ages. What are the different types of things that people can do as a volunteer?
Well, you can do all kinds of things. You can do paperwork. You can clean cages. You can walk dogs. You can, sit there with the dog in a comfortable chair for a while so it can get out of its kennel for a while. You can go into the cat rooms and, brush the cats, just play with the cats. They love to just sit on laps.
So what if you're under 18? Is there something that you could still do to help?
Of course. We actually have a new program called Kids for OKC Animals. It's a great program. We're very excited about it. It's for kids under 18. We have this handy-dandy notebook that is full of projects that they can do to help us out.
So you can work at OKC, you can do a project with Kids for OKC Animals, you can come into the animal shelter and volunteer. You also talked about donating to the animal shelter. So let's talk a little bit more, because a lot of times people don't realize that they can donate to us as a governmental entity.
That's correct. We take all kinds of donations, whether it's monetary donations or items. We could use all kinds of pet supplies. If you give a monetary donation, it's a great gift for the holidays. Instead of buying somebody something that they don't need, donate to the shelter in their name.
I have people I'm going to do that for right away, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
Awesome. We'll send you a letter thanking you. It's tax deductible. We'll also send a letter to the person who you're giving the gift to, so they know as well.
Great. So what if you're a group and you want to get involved? Now, I know a lot of times corporations and different businesses like to do things as a group. What are the different types of things that they can do to make a difference? Groups
are a great way to do it. It's a way to, put a punch out there. You can, get together as a group and take in donations for us. Again, it can be monetary or it can be material donations. You can, put out a tree with ornaments of things that we need, or you can get together and come to the shelter and volunteer. We always need volunteers. So you were talking about basically you can get items from the wish list. So if you want to become a volunteer or come to an orientation, become a Kids for OKC Animals, be a corporate group and come forward, or even give a donation, what's the website that they can do that at? It's www.okc.gov/animal welfare. The first thing you need to do is come to an orientation. We hold them at least every other Saturday, and then there's a few weekday events as well. Great, so you can learn about those on the website as well, yes. Or again, Facebook and Twitter. Crystal, thanks to you and to Oinkers for being here and sharing this important information. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. There's so many ways that you can get involved with the shelter during the holiday season, but we encourage you to think about getting involved all year long. Your efforts make a huge difference in the lives of animals, and we really need you to help with that every single day. Now, I'd like to turn us over to David Wagner, where we're going to learn about our Well Care Tip of the Month. And that tip is going to be all about how to protect your animals during the holiday season.
Hi everybody, my name is Dave Wagner. I'm a supervisor with Oklahoma City Animal Welfare. Today's animal care tip is the holidays. What kinds of things happen during the holidays? Well, of course we decorate, we have lights. Lights can be chewed on by animals. We have candles. Flames can be knocked over by cats or dogs. We also have other types of decorations like tinsel. So you got to keep that in mind and keep it out of reach. Any of the low-hanging ornaments that you have on your Christmas tree that are breakable, place them up toward the top. We also have things such as food, feasts. We have turkey bones. Bones are not good for the dogs or for the cats. We also have hot plates. Keep those up off the counters, away from the animals so that they don't get burned. We also have things that are toxic for animals that you might not know about, such as garlic. Chocolate is another thing that's also toxic for animals. Think about other decorations like plants. Poinsettias can be toxic to animals also. And what else do we have besides feasts? Well, we have parties to eat that feast, and that includes lots and lots of guests. That means the door will be opening often and frequently, so you want to keep your pets usually in another room. A lot of strange people can be kind of strange to the dogs and cats. If your animal does get out of the house, several things to remember. You should already have flyers pre-made up with a picture of your animal and your phone number. You should have written inside of their collar your name and phone number. And of course, by law, you must have a rabies tag on your pet's collar at all times. If you were to lose your pet, remember to do several things. First, look online. We have a picture of every animal that comes into our system. You can report a lost or found pet online. And then, of course, please come to the shelter and take a look. That's your tip for the month. I'm Dave Wagner.
It's outdoor time in Oklahoma, and that means it's time to go out on adventures with family and friends. With dazzling Friday night sunset cruises or fun-themed Saturday cruises like luau, disco, and bluegrass, the only question is, which cruise will you choose? Oklahoma River Cruises has 4 convenient landings to cruise from Regatta Park, Exchange Landing, Meridian Landing, and Bricktown Landing, all along the beautiful Oklahoma River in Oklahoma City. There's cruises for everyone from families, girls' night out, or history buffs. But the best way to find the river cruise for you is to come down and try it yourself. For more information, cruise schedules, and tickets, visit okrivercruises.com.
You know, I give, and it's just never enough.
Seriously?
When people take you for granted, what can you do?
Water the grass, not the street!
Using drought-tolerant plants, watering early in the morning, adding some mulch, it's not that hard. If we want to use our water wisely, we gotta squeeze more out of every drop.
SqueezeEveryDrop.com. Oh, I gotta go. I got a date with a lake.
Welcome back to Animal Tails TV, the place that you come to learn more about Oklahoma City animals and the community who loves them. Special thanks to our guests today who came in and talked about wellness and talked about ways that you can get involved with the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter during the holiday season. Now, we have so much going on at the shelter that we want to make sure that you know about a few of the important events that we're having. Remember, November 7th, we have our health fair with Banfield and the Bella Foundation. The very weekend later, we have a mega adoption event where we are partnering with over 7 different groups to bring available animals for adoption so that you can find one that fits your family. If you want to adopt Corvus, my co-host, or any of the other animals that you saw on today's show, you can come down to the shelter. We're open 7 days a week, and we're open from 12 to 5:45. The address is 2811 Southeast 29th Street. Please tune in to next month's show where we are going to talk to an animal control officer and learn about what life is like for them on a daily basis. We're also going to learn about our Pet Food Bank, which is a program where we work with individuals who need a little support to keep their animals in their home. And we're also going to talk about cold weather tips so that you can keep your animals safe when the weather gets cold. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and we look forward to seeing you at the next episode of Animal Tails TV.